Yo, troopers. It's a wicked windy day. Don't know how the recording's gonna go. I hope it is not gonna blow like on the microphone. Anyways, here's another one for the Jettas. We have just made a huge mess at the shop here. Got Jettas everywhere. And last night spent the whole day searching out a no signal light problem on a 2009 Golf City. Today we're just going to show you an example of a bad drive shaft on these Mark IV Jettas. These cars definitely have a lot of praise in my world. Right here we've got a few problems that are right obvious. We're starting to get a lip here on our rotor from brake pads, but everything's still looking pretty good there, so I'm not so much worried about that. Right in here on this lower control arm, you can see these big huge rips in the bushings. I'm having alignment problems. I'm getting a wobble. Right up in here, the sway bar. Got sway bar bushings really quite heavily worn, showing a little bit of corrosion in there. Bushing's pretty much done. I mean, it's still gonna be okay for another 100,000, but it's gonna get real sloppy, which it's already doing. Along with this right here. Okay, so here's the driver's side drive shaft. Just going to take a look at this knuckle right in here. Now what I'm doing here is I'm just putting my hand on the shaft and I'm just twisting it, okay? Okay, you can see how I'm just rocking my hand back and forth here. And look what's happening at the rotor. Translates into a lot of movement out at the rotor. This shaft, although it doesn't look too bad underneath the car, you know, the boots are all intact, but she's in, oh no, the boots are not intact. Here, look at this. Got myself a nice little rip down here. So it's very heavily worn. Time to swap out this drive shaft. If you're having any kind of wobble in your steering, may not be a out of balance tire, may not be a bent rim, it may be this right here. Alright, Mark IV Jettas are definitely a sweet car. The one thing I really admire about these cars, if you know me, you know I don't like rust. These cars were electrostatically painted or something. I don't know what they did with them, but they've got a really heavy paint job. They do scratch down to the white primer quite easily. It's a soft urethane or something, but it's electrostatically charged onto the cars or something like that, because I have looked at literally dozens of these Mark IV Jettas and Golfs, and they do not like to rust. There's a lot of metal on them, although it's just a total plastic wrap on the front end. I mean, I'll show you the front end, really. It's not even a bumper. These are all just wrapped cars, right? That's all we buy these days. So yeah, there's your front end totally removed from the car, and it's so easy to get off. I mean, this is the only real heavy metal part right here. This is what replaces the old bumper, and you can see it's not full length. And it just attaches, basically. I mean, once all the accessories get attached, it's really just 4 main bolts that are holding it on, and I'll show you. They're right here. Just got one hole down there, one hole down there. Same thing on the other side. Little foam shell for behind the wrap bumper. Alright, if you're a Jetta owner, I hope that helps you out. We'll take a look at this one here. Let's have a look at this drive shaft, see what kind of wiggle we get out of it. This is a TDI as opposed to a 1.8 liter turbo. But, they both got automatics, and I'm getting absolutely no movement on this puppy. Oh, maybe the brakes fucking seized. I don't know. This is a scrapper. But, I mean, you can see down here my bushings are also ripped, but they're not as bad. Sway bar, a little bit worn, but not as bad. I'm probably going to just swap this equipment over and use the rest of the life out of it on the Jetta. Alright, so I hope that helps you with your VW. I'm looking forward to getting back to Troopers here real soon. Catch you Troopers later.